Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. I know it's been about a week here, but let's catch up a little bit. Crazy things have happened out there if you're a football fan, getting ready for the Super Bowl. It is happening in my hometown there of Minnesota, and I can tell you everybody's really excited, and things are already getting crazy. Last weekend, everything was completely packed, so it's kind of up and going up to that. That being said, we have a lot of things that we now that we're in our slower season, to get ready for. One of the biggest things is actually building our own personal referral base. Building referrals is great because A, those are free leads, B, they are usually a higher conversion rate, and C, it's just saying that you're doing a good job. So we'll kind of hit some of those today, but we can always start with a good Zig Ziglar quote, right? Can't hurt on a Monday. I don't care how much power, brilliance, or energy you have. If you don't harness it and focus it on a specific target and hold it there, you're never going to accomplish as much as your ability warrants. Very true, especially when it comes to this. It's one of those things where you have to focus on those, have your brilliance, have your personality shine. And as long as you do that, you'll get rewards. So happy Motivation Monday, everybody. I know we have a few new people on the call today, so I'll quickly hit what the structure is on here. We will go through a tip of the week. We're going to take a look at some of the trends, who our sales leaders are, and we have a lot of upsets this week, so I personally am loving it. And then in the end, we're going to end with a sales technique, so how to build a solid referral base. Starting out with a tip of the week. Last week's was taking a look at CBS or CBLs. That's what a lot of us do know it as. It's a really solid critical illness product with great commissions, renewable up to age 70 and up to $250,000 with a really easy underwriting process, just a few day turnaround. Take a look at that. If you guys are not selling CBS, it's a really good critical illness product. It's one of those that we highly recommend, especially if you're not familiar with critical illness products. It's a good one to start out with. The tip of the week for this week, I thought we'd hit a few carriers because a lot of people said, I see these carriers coming up. I'm not sure what agents are selling. We're going to take a look at, it's called General Agent Center. So we call it VBA, so Value Benefits of America. They work under two separate entities there. So it's VBA, Value Benefits of America, or NEA, National Employers Association. That helps provide great benefits and fully insured products through major insurance companies. Those two that might otherwise not be able to purchase for really low group rates. So they really work on the group philosophy here. Taking a look, they have 7 options as far as it goes on their AME. Option 1 is $2,500. They can go all the way up past the $10,000. Like all AMEs, they do have that deductible. And the one thing I really like about it, option 1, 2, and 3, is just how low it is. Ridiculously low monthly rates as well. And it does include, which I wanted to bring up quick, an MD hotline, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week consultations for routine medical needs, as well as Pet Assure, the nation's largest pet discount plan. So when your client gets this, those are 2 of the benefits they have. If you've never ever taken a look at General Agent Center, go to the carrier section, click on health at ahcpsales.com, and you'll find this in there. Take a look through those 2. So again, through VBA and NEA, and go get appointed with them. It's a pretty easy appointment process. If you have questions on how to do that, I left the agency services number there at the top. So again, take a look at CBS or CBL if you haven't done critical illness. And if you want to start jumping into the accident sector, which we're selling more and more of here, take a look at that. So the VBA. To jump into the trends, so this is expected, so don't run for the hills here. So we had a decrease in short-term and a decrease in fixed benefit sales. Nothing super shocking there. As far as it goes with the short-term, the NatGen and Golden Rule usually are the ones that we lead with, and the fixed benefit, it's the NatGen Foundation Health and VBA. We are going to start hitting our running rate for being outside of open enrollment. So our normal sales rate, we're just about to get there. So I'd probably say this week or the week after, we're just going to see either no change or slight increases. Taking a look at our supplements, our accident sales, we had a healthy increase in accident sales, leading with NatGen and Golden Rule. No change in the critical illness, leading with NatGen. Come on, guys, CBS. Take a look at that as well. And then an increase in dental there with Golden Rule. And you've heard us talk about dental 1,000 times. Again, it's not what you're going to make a ton of money off of, but what you're going to do is just retain your business. Let's do a few sales shout outs here today. For our limited benefits, Katya, good job in first place there. Edgardo taking silver, and then Robert, congratulations on taking bronze. So kudos to you 3. I know that you were there the week before, just a little mix up. So Shoutouts for our short-term medical though. This is when I'm going to have a little fun. So Dustin Pearson took gold, kind of overthrew the reigning queen there, Katya. Sorry, now taking silver and Wendy taking bronze. Dustin, huge congratulations. You worked your way all the way up to the top there. Just hold it for a few weeks. Do a favor for us. So we went through a tip of the week, taking a look at new carriers. We took a look at what the sales trends are and who our sales leaders are. And now we're going to jump into sales technique. Our goal with these calls is honestly to be quick, to give you a few pieces of information. So you're spending 50 to 30 minutes on a call on a Monday. And then you're able to jump off and hopefully use things. Honestly, if you can take 1 or 2 pieces of information away from a 30-minute call or a 15-minute call, it is worth your time. So let's talk about referrals. Actually, one thing that I love and I'm really great at. So tips for building a referral base. Now, when you start thinking about referrals and thinking about what's going on, you want them because first off, they have a higher rate. Honestly, you can close a referral between 60 to 70% close rate on almost any referral-based lead. And referrals are going to be people who you are recommended to, or people that you have developed yourself. I have a lot of people. I was just in Florida last week working with a new agent. She's been with us 4 or 5 months now, and her passion is working out, right? She goes, I do insurance, so I can work around the schedule that I want to when it comes to working out. And I said, why don't you try tying the two together? You're in great shape, you work out a lot. Why don't you set up a table at the gym? And she did. She first looked at me when I asked about that. I was like, you can build referrals from what you're doing, what you're passionate about. And she looked at me like I was an idiot when I recommended it, which I'm okay with. But based off of that, her first day, she got 6 or 7 referrals for only working a couple hours. She made quite a few sales off of those referrals, again, closing at a really high rate because A, they had something in common. If you ever remember a sales process, people have to trust you, believe you're a professional, but also have to be able to relate to you in some aspect. You've knocked out one of the important 5 things that has to happen at the first few minutes of every call just because they're a referral, okay? So let's talk about a few tips about it. We're gonna jump into actually something kind of fun here in about a minute. So first tip for me, whenever it comes to, about a referral base, I hear this a lot. Hey, you know what, I wanna do referrals. Yes, right away, if you're new to this, you can sell your friends and family. We all know that, but don't be that scuzzy person who goes along and collects all their friends and family's phone numbers so you can call out to them. Those people are going to start avoiding you. Unless you don't really like your friends and family, then collect the phone number so they can avoid you. But first off, be worthy of the referral. Be confident, first off, but it says people want to work with people who are knowledgeable, professional, and fun. That's a huge one, knowledgeable. Doesn't mean you have to know every product like the back of your hand, but you have to know basic things to make you, and know where your resources are so you can be considered an asset, okay? So first thing is people want to work with people who are knowledgeable, professional, and fun. So you have to be worthy of that. How can you do that? Well, first off, always give correct information. You think that's a joke, but you know what? I've actually listened to quite a few calls where people said, you know what? I think it's like this, but I'm not sure. And they don't say, let me check. They just give it that. And if that information is incorrect, people are going to remember that more than the correct information that you give them. People are going to want to find those little flaws and they're going to work on them. So first off, you have to be worthy of the referral, right? You have to have gone through, you've had to help clients and actually gave them the right information and then jumped into the next client over. Now that they're a referral, and also give them the correct information. I know it sounds really stupid and there's a few eye rolls going on out there. I'm okay with that, but you have to be worthy of it first off. If you don't feel like you're worthy of referrals, don't jump into them yet. So let's start talking about some external ways. One thing about external ways is that these usually make people really uncomfortable, but again, you have to get out of your comfort zone to start being successful. That's something we hit a few weeks ago. So first one, let's talk about some external ways, and these are ones that I think are absolutely great. I have a good friend who has been in the industry now for about 10 years, and he built his whole business off of a referral partner in a similar industry. He went through and he found CPAs. CPAs can do basically what we can do, right? Not super different than us, but they don't want to. They want to focus on their own business, as they should. But they have clients, especially now, think about it, that there is a tax question related to health insurance. They go through, they can say, hey, you know what? If you don't have health insurance, or you haven't in the last year, here's somebody who you can go talk to, okay? Or work with somebody, for example, lawyers, okay? I have a lot of my family's in the law system. And when people leave jail, what do you think there's going to happen when they leave prison? Yeah, they don't have insurance. What are they going to do? What is their next step? Build these relationships. Or people who are working with small business loans. That's another really great one to work with. People in the lending industry. They're sitting there, they're giving loans out to people who are about to start their own business, people who we work with. Here's the thing. You need to create a system for these referrals. Give them a stack of business cards, go in and meet these people you are going to have to do face-to-face. Say, hey, I'm not trying to sell you. I just want to build a referral partner. So if I find anything, I will give them to you. So if I have people who want to, example, need a CPA for their accounting or unfortunately need a lawyer, they're really great. Make sure that you are giving back, but you need to find referral partners in the same industry. Tell them what you can do for them. As we talked about before, people only care what they are going to get. They're not caring that they're helping you. You need to sell it to them. Hey, you know what? Let's do this. Let's connect on a referral partner basis. Whenever you get a question or any comments about health insurance, send them my way. Whenever I find anybody who needs an attorney, I'm just going to send them yours. Here's a fun one for you too, host seminars. So I see signs all the time for financial or life insurance seminars at local community colleges or apartment buildings. Actually, I've been seeing that one a lot lately. A lot of apartment buildings do have places, those big ones that have, 900, 1,000 units, where people can rent it out usually for free or even extremely cheap and host a seminar about health insurance, especially with everything that's going on and the changes that Trump is going to do. All it's going to cost you really is a plate of cookies, maybe some water or a case of water or some milk. But you can check to see if the community organizers would be willing to contact the people in their groups for you as well. It's a really basic one. So think about seminars, think about places where people, like for example, if you are in the Medicare market, since we know that's going on, you can set up maybe an area where it's working with people who are about to jump into Medicare. Host seminars. Network at local small business groups. These ones are okay. I'm not going to say they're great though. So networking in local small business groups, first off, they're expensive to join. Second off, it's usually just a place where people go to get drunk. But if you want to do that, absolutely. It's just a nice place where you can go get clients and talk to people who are maybe going through the same things like you are. In the past, I know these BNI groups, so those business networking groups, they're usually really good, but lately they've been really depleted. But something to take a look at. Check your local BNI group, see what's going on with them. Are they active? How long have these people been in there? Keep in mind, these groups are only as good as the people who participate. So if you go there and you don't get a good vibe, just stop what you're doing. It's gonna be a waste of your time. Put a referral link on your website as well as your email signature. So those are two of the big ones. I know they sound really stupid and I've gotten a few emails with people without them, but have a referral link. But also have what you are looking for, not say, hey, don't shoot me a name. I made that mistake when I was in sales when I was 19, I think. I was sending out handwritten cards just saying, hey, if you have friends or family who need it, let me know. And people literally sent me people's names. Like, that's great, but how am I going to contact them? I'm not going through a phone book. It's kind of skeezy. So referral link on your website as well as a referral link on your email signature. That should help. So social media, I wanted to jump into this one. So I have a lot of my agents who are starting to jump into the social media. We all know it's a pretty big thing that's happening out there. So first off, one thing is take a look at what social media you want to do, right? So do you want to be on YouTube? Do you want to be on Facebook? Do you want to be on LinkedIn? Do you want to be, actually Instagram's one of the most popular ones right now. What demographic do you want to look with? I will tell you each one of these hits a separate demographic hard. With being on any one of those, you need to be frequent and consistent. You see, like I said, videos about you and what you do. I have an agent who actually has a YouTube channel, and what he does is he has one day a week where he goes on and he just posts a video about what's happening in the market and a few things. So he's actually trying to help educate his customers and drive people to them. Caveat, if you do this, make sure what you're saying is 100% accurate. Research it a little bit before you do it. I have another agent, what she does is she goes on Facebook and she does Facebook Live videos. And it's a professional Facebook post, people saying, hey, I'm going to be on Facebook Live. If you have questions, I'll be here. You can chat them in to answer them. Helps build her credibility as a professional, but also gives her a way to talk to people who maybe haven't. She's sold at least double digits out of her Facebook videos so far, so not a bad idea. LinkedIn, Instagram, I've been getting more information on those and more people, friend requesting and seeing what they've been doing on those. Those are usually just posts, but you can post things about maybe who you've helped recently. Obviously no names, there's HIP information, but just situations. One thing, so if you are going to do YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, You may want to leave your own political beliefs out of it because we all have very strong ones, because you may offend about half of the population. No matter which side of the aisle you fall on, you're always going to insult half. So if you do, realize that you're taking away about half of the possible business that you are going to have. So be frequent and consistent on it. Have a clear message. So don't just go on there. The person who did the YouTube, the first time I saw that, I was like, ooh, we should probably have a quick conversation about what you're doing, because it was just a ramble for about a half hour. No, have an idea of where you're going, have a clear message, and then email signatures. Add those in there, hyperlink to a little Facebook, hyperlink to your Instagram, hyperlink to your YouTube, so people know that they can access it. And it's a funny thing, they're more than likely going to send them your YouTube channel, your Facebook profile, your LinkedIn profile, than give you their phone number. Just saying, they will send those to their friends and family before giving you their friends and family phone number. So with that being said, I'm saying do this, but how, right? One thing is, if you're spending time on social media, you'll find that it's a huge time suck. So you're going to be on social media, you're going to be posting, doing your thing, but then you're going to realize that 4 days went by and you haven't changed your clothes. That's not the goal behind it. There's a best and a worst time to post on every social media. You can do a pretty quick Google search on that. If not, I did put the website down there. For example, Facebook. The best times to post on Facebook, and keep in mind, a large portion of the population lives in either Eastern or Central time zones, about 80%. So keep this in mind as I'm talking about it. Facebook is going to be between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. They result in the highest average click-throughs, just to let you know. If you want to do Twitter, famous old Twitter, Mondays through Thursdays, between 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. If you're taking a look at LinkedIn, it's Tuesdays through Thursdays are going to be the good ones. So you're thinking about what your population's actually going to be on. Another similar graph about that. As far as it goes with the social media, it's going to be the best times again to post. So with Facebook, it's going to be 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Instagram, as you can read on there, is a good famous 2 a.m. post on Instagram, but that might not be your target population. That might be teenagers, as well as Pinterest if you haven't thought about doing that one. Don't worry, this video is going to be recorded and posted on YouTube afterwards. So if you have any questions or want to go back through this, we can take a look together. So with that being said, this is just trying to help you work smarter, not harder. So if you are picking Facebook, post at these specific times. Put it in your calendar that this is what you are going to do. Timing is honestly everything. As you know, if you scroll down in your Facebook feed, things get washed away pretty quick. You need to hit at prime hours. Same with Instagram. You're just going to get sucked up into the abyss of social media nothingness. Pick only a few. So I have a lot of people who start out saying, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a Facebook, I'm going to have Instagram, I'm going to have a Twitter, I'm going to have Pinterest, going to have a LinkedIn, I'm going to have a YouTube. No, bad idea. Pick one or two and specialize in it and get good at those. That way you can easily build your referral base. One thing too, when I take a look at these referrals, I like to consider them in different buckets. So that's one external way. Here's one that's for existing clients. Here's a thing really quick. I know we're running short on time, so I'm going to go pretty quick for these last few. Is existing clients, when you sell them, let you know that you will be following up. Also let them know that you are going to be asking for a referral, right? So when you get done with them, you say, hey, I usually do. I'm going to call you within 14 days just to make sure that you have your cards. And then at a month to make sure everything's going okay. During those calls, if you do have anybody that you have in mind, feel free to let them know. A referral's basically the biggest compliment that you can get. So as long as I'm helping you, and I'm more than happy to help your friends and family the exact same way, keep in mind my services are free. Also let them know who you want to work with. If you haven't gone through what your concept of your own personal brand is, it's a big one. You want to work with a specific subset of people. If you want to specialize in Medicare, if you want to specialize in families, if you want to specialize in small business owners, do it, but just do it, right? Let them know who you want to work with. So as you're doing this, say, I really like working with families like you. That's one of the things I specialize here in the health insurance industry is families. Not saying you don't work with everybody, but just saying, hey, when a family comes to mind, you're actually going to be the first one that comes to their head. You're leaving little hints in their brain to associate with you. That's important. Again, we talked about add a hyperlink, provide a template of what you need as well. So don't just say I need a name like how I screwed that up. Do it on yourself. Say, hey, you know what I need? If you have friends or family, feel free to give them my phone number or give me their phone number or email address, however you want to start the conversation. And let them know how you'll be handling it. That's a really important one, that you're not going to give it out, that it's only going to be between you and them. Some people are hesitant to give these numbers out because they're afraid they're going to be sold. They're just put into a big group and harass. That's not what they want. Let them know you're going to be professional. And the best thing, my personal thing, I love it when my existing clients say, hey, can you do the introduction for me? So if you want to send it, do it via email. Can you just send an introduction email between us so we can start that conversation? It makes their life a lot easier and not as stressful. Also, you can do small add-ins to your sales process. Like we talked about, let them know that you're going to be asking for in the beginning, right? That's one of the old favorite ones I used to like. And who referred you to me today? Oh, no one? Oh, I'll let you know most of my clients are referrals, and that's why I ask. So what you're doing is you're actually setting up the stage and letting them know about the word referral. And trust me, it's going to be in the back of their head, okay? Small value-based statements throughout your process as well will help to make it feel normal. Like a lot of people don't want to give referrals, but if you make it feel like just part of the process, it really, really helps. So, well, it seems like when I talked to one person in Coon Rapids over there, it seems like they all send me their friends and family. So I've actually worked with a lot of the plumbers over in your area, just things like that make it sound like it's normal. Again, let them know who you want to work with. I'm going to hit that about 100 times because if you can set that in their brain, you're going to be the first thing associated with that. And again, ask at the end. One of the things is a lot of people will never ask for a referral, so you can set it up, set it up, set it up, set it up, and then finally don't be afraid to ask. So do you have any friends or family that you need insurance? After you collect the payment, obviously you go through that. They're excited. They're actually on a buying high. You can go through and ask them that. And another thing is, I have an agent, this is what she does. She goes, don't keep me a secret. It's one of the things, I know it sounds really stupid and really corny, but for her, she says it works. People won't. They'll be like, hey, you know what? I've worked with her before. She's absolutely amazing. So steps to take now. One of the big things, be worthy of a referral and add that referral link to your signature. Let your sales today know that you are going to be following up, and during your follow-up, you'll be asking for a referral. Create a list of people and communities that you know and you want to get in front of, right? Local BNI groups. What are some of the areas that you specialized in? Maybe you've had issues in the past and those people you remember helped you a lot. Get in front of those groups and create a list of referral partners in a system to connect. Keep in mind, if you have any questions on anything that we did cover today, feel free to reach out, training@ahcpsales.com. You can always contact agency services though, if you have any questions on products or how to become better appointed with other carriers. And I thought we'd end today with a pretty good quote. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. It's an old Chinese proverb saying with referrals, the best time to start doing referrals was 10 years ago when you started in the industry. The second best time to do it is now. So if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to reach out, training@ahcpsales.com. If not, I hope everybody has a great Monday.